what a typo.
I'm gonna get some water.
Okay.
Start
It's
yelling.
okay. It's okay. I'll just read it in the meantime.
Go.
Before I ask for advice, here's a little backstory is needed. I am 20-year-old male hooked up with a girl that is 24 over the summer. Yeah, and she told me
24-year-old male.
20-year-old male.
Yeah.
And she is 24. Could have brought the jug.
Normal. It's fine. Are you
I
thirsty?
want water.
Okay,
yeah.
fine. Yell louder.
Bring the jug. Anyway, she told me she could not get pregnant after complication with the previous pregnancy. I was a very low place and turned to alcohol in order to cope with her because we had a good time, and I forgot to use a condom.
Oh, that's mistake number one.
Okay, she said she can't get pregnant, so that's or just pick it back up. I'll clean up afterwards.
I'm really sorry.
It's all right. Just it's on a battery.
It's on a battery.
No, you're putting the plant on a battery. There we go. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yes, nice interruption. Okay, just
and
wait.
what-
If it falls again,
Yeah.
just sit down. I'll take care of it. You can read the advice in the meantime.
Okay.
Try to read the advice.
Change places.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm so unhappy that happened off screen. Mostly.
That's all right. That happens. Okay.
Sorry for all the dirt over here. Everything.
You'll pay dearly.
I'm sure it will. All right. Hooked up with a girl. We'll call her Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in a very low place and turned to alcohol to help me cope, and thus carelessly forgot to use protection. We slept together once in July, and later that month found out she was pregnant. Okay, so it didn't use protection for a reason.
Yeah.
Sort of. We slept together once in July. When my third year of uni started, I started dating this girl called Susan. I was honest with her about the situation. It was always my dream to be a dad since I was 5 years old, and Susan had expressed that she would never be interested in having a child herself. So I assumed that I could co-parent the child with Abby whilst dating Susan, and everything would work out. However, Abby has now told me that I won't be allowed to see this baby at all unless I break up with Susan and date her so we can be the perfect family. I really love Susan. She's the best girlfriend I've ever had and the first girl I could see myself with long term, despite our difference in opinions on having kids. At the same time, I also want to raise my baby with Abby as co-parent, but I have no romantic interest in her. I know that if I were to date her, it would be clear to get access to my child. I'll let you lead on this one. You've got a little more life experience than I do.
Okay.
Do you want to swap back?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd
I
say
do want my water.
no, that's your water.
Oh,
I'll switch it.
Wow.
So I'd say one, search for legal advice because the way she presented it wasn't good. Like if she would have said, listen, I want us to have a whole family and I would really appreciate it. Like, I'd really appreciate it if you, like if we would be together.
But they did that already.
Yeah, let's start with that. But like just trying to put an ultimatum to it. And of course, make sure that the ultimatum exists and save the material. And I would go for a lawyer. I'd go for a lawyer to search for full custody or to search for some kind of custody. It is your kid. And she did kind of, and there was, and you know, it is your responsibility. And she puts you in an ultimatum. That's really not healthy.
It's not healthy.
It starts with,
I think that you should avoid the law as much as possible. Right? And I think the law agrees because like in family law, the first option is always like mediation.
yeah.
Right. But the challenge is once mediation has started, everyone's already, like in a legal sense, everyone's already ready to get to the court anyway. I think that most problems in life can be solved or not solved with an adult conversation. Everyone should sit around and talk. And if then they can't reach anything, Like, I don't have a magical, like, it's such a complex situation, you know?
No, I would go for the court. Like I would like. It's not nice to
You're
do
gonna,
it, but in that case, like she practically blackmails the guy. You know, she tells you, "You want to see your kid? We have to be in a relationship, all or nothing."
yes, okay, fair. From a legal
So-
perspective, he's like,
Definitely.
she's threatening to take away his, I don't know what to call it. I'm not a lawyer.
It's child, their child.
His custody, you know, like his visitation rights, whatever. Yeah, I know what you mean. I would document everything, right? I would like document I would take notes of all physical conversations. As soon as she started threatening stuff, I would only communicate via text or, you know, like just try to make sure everything's written down.
Record the conversation.
You maybe, but like I would be very, very careful because it's a life, you know. Like, I'm in the end of the day, that's what you're arguing about.
Yeah.
What a terrible situation.
Yeah, my girlfriend works at the family courts.
Huh.
So
I thought we didn't have a family court anymore.
yeah, you do federal.
Oh, the federal court. She works.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'd say like there's always been like it never like usually it doesn't get to court. Usually it doesn't. But sometimes people need the lawyers to mediate properly.
Yeah.
And to understand what to like as much as
to make sure it's fair.
Yeah, as much as we in America lawyers are horrible, to be honest. I think I don't know. Like, I can't generalize.
Everyone hates lawyers everywhere.
Yeah, but I found out that here they have very same understanding of law. You know, because they know all the lawyers know as the trial goes who's going to win. The defense, everyone knows how the trial is going to end. So it's just like, so what's the point?
I don't think you always know how it's going to end.
Trust me.
I think that sometimes between two rational adults, you can work out a better situation than the courts. I think that getting the courts involved without having that conversation is a mistake, even though mediation happens, because I think mediation at court level is sort of stupid. But, you know, such an individual circumstance, you know, that's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. I think also the person who writes is like a little
irresponsible.
Well, not only that, like I assumed that I could co-parent the child with Abby while dating Susan. Why would you assume that? That's
delusional, but
yeah. Why would you assume that? I assumed that everything would be the way I wanted.
Yeah, not good. Not a good assumption.
Do you want me to read the next one?
Is there a next one?